Yeah, hello Kajal. So this is Shashi
Yeah,
Vasudev Jha.
yeah, welcome, Vasudev ji.
Yeah,
So,
from India.
yes, can you just tell me something about yourself?
Yeah, my name is Shashi Kumar. Actually, it's the official name, but people call me Shashi Vasudev Jha. So it's my pen name also. So they know me by this name. And what I would like to tell you about myself is that I've done my matriculation from CBSE, 12th from CBSE itself in commerce, and BBA, the undergraduate program that I've done, Master of Business Administration in Human Resources. After that, I did BEC, Business English Certificate from Cambridge University, England. And
Oh,
right
wow.
now, I'm pursuing my hobby of writing and many other things. I'm also keenly interested in doing research in the field of artificial intelligence, metaverses, machine learning. Many other things are there. So
So
we are
many
also
things you
working on
have to
augmented reality,
write.
mixed reality, quantum
Oh,
computing.
wow.
You understand what I'm trying to say?
No, no,
Yes,
just can you
it's
just
like
tell
this.
me something more about it so that
Uh,
people who are watching you,
why not?
I
Why
think
not? You can just ask me as many questions as you wish, and I'll be just answering all of them.
definitely. You're okay?
Yeah, yeah, I'm all right. Oh, this is my fashion of speaking. It happens sometimes.
It happens. Okay, fine, fine. So I just want to know you have done your all the degrees and you are into business that MBA you have done. So how come like into more like writing part, philosophy? But you write actually.
It's not that I've started writing just now. I've been writing for the past 8, 9 years, since
Oh
I was an
wow, great.
intermediate. I just started writing and I just enjoy writing. It's my hobby, it's my passion. And I simply just rejoice doing it. It is nothing
Oh,
like more of a profession oriented thing for me. It is just my hobby, one of my hobbies. It's kind of fun for me. Whenever I cannot say a few things to the people, when I do not get that kind of an outreach program, when I cannot reach out to them in person, I just write so that people could come to me and
oh,
they could read what I have to say
great.
to a lot of people, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, very cool, very cool.
And what I feel is that there is absolute depth in writing. When you really want to write something straight away from your heart, you just jot it down. Writing is like devotion. Writing is like trance. Sometimes you are absorbed in writing. Sometimes you just meditate while writing. It is meditation itself. You connect to a different world. You connect to the
Yeah,
world of
very
emotions,
cool.
sentiments, words, many
Yes.
things. If I go on explaining like this, it will take ages. You can go ahead with your questions. I'm just looking forward to it.
But the way you write, it's too good. Awesome.
I do not think it's that awesome. It is just that your perspectives are quite awesome. So that is why you can justify my writing as something very detrimental and influential. Your perspective of
Great.
perceiving something, it is completely dependent on that. Beauty resides in the eyes of the beholder. Somewhere I have read. You're getting me.
Yeah, yeah, I'm getting it. I hope the people who are listening to you, they are also getting you. I think
Yeah.
somebody there who wants to ask you some questions. So, Kia, can you
Yeah.
go ahead?
Hi Vasudev.
Yeah. Hello.
I would like to know कि मतलब आपने जैसे बोला कि आप poems लिखते हो, आप writings लिखते हो ऐसा. So you have studied this engineering from Oxford and Cambridge, and at
No, no, not
this
from
young
Oxford, from Cambridge only. You're
from
just
Cambridge.
doing some value
Okay.
addition.
Okay, from Cambridge. So, how come this is it's like a mystery kind of thing at at this age, itna sara knowledge, and how you are balancing this spirituality with your current work, with your education. and how you can guide people, and how you can, you know, give your message to people. Because I feel in this current life the most difficult thing which people are facing is to balance things in life, you know, because everyone can't just do simply sit at home and doing meditation all the time. They have their work, they have their responsibility. So if you can tell us ki, you know, how we can balance everything in our life.
Your question is quite fabulous. You want to know about balance, how to balance
Yes.
things. You do
Yes,
not need to
yes.
balance things. The balancing kind of thing is done automatically. You just have to be in your life the way it is. You do not enter your life with full vigor, with utmost certainty, with vitality, with beauty and love. You do not enter it that way. That is why you need to balance. It is being thrown into chaos from one
Hmm.
place to another, to another, to another. You are dragged by things, dragged by emotions and sentiments and concerns and people and ideas. Several things are there. But
Right.
balancing is not required. It is not required. What is required is that you just be in the moment, just witness the things. And as your question goes like this, balancing, where various things like my career, like my hobby, I
Hmm.
do not write hobby just out of professional motives. People pay me, people do not pay me, I do not care. I
Right.
don't care. It is perfectly all right. If I do not
Hmm.
get paid, at least I'm able to write. At least I'm
Right.
able to pour out my heart. That is enough.
Right, but
That is
generally
simply
what,
enough.
yeah, no, but generally what people think, if we are pursuing any hobby, or if we are doing, or if we are following our passion, right? So somewhere we expect something out of ourselves, we expect something out of people. We want people to acknowledge us, we want people to admire us, and if we'll not get that in return, so we feel disappointed. We feel कि मतलब, you know, मतलब हम लोग ने ही कुछ ठीक से नहीं किया, or we are not worthy. So you are saying we just need to be, but sometimes by staying just be in ourselves, it creates that anxiety, it creates that, you know, negative self talk within us, and which put us in that negative loop.
You mean to say life is a give and take relationship. You give something and you take something in return, like being incentivized for your work. It is
Hmm.
all right to be incentivized because if you go on working like this, your stomach will be empty. If you're doing something for the sake of filling your stomach, you will be incentivized.
Hmm.
People do menial jobs. They work in the factories. They're creating value addition in the commodities, somewhere like that. They are not creating any value in their own lives. To my opinion, as far as I can acknowledge, this value addition is not that substantial, but they're earning money of it. It is all right. It is not a problem. You do writing and you want to earn money, it is not very bad. It is not sinful. It is all
Right.
right. You should. You should. But you should not be in writing just for the sake of earning money. Because what I want to say is that the very concern of earning money, being incentivized, it is there. It is all right. It is an automatic process. It is a consequential process. It will come as an outcome. It will come as an outcome. But the way you are in writing, the
Yes,
manner,
very true.
the
Yes,
very
yes.
the very etiquettes that you follow while writing, it must be clear enough. At least while writing, you should not think about money. At least while jotting down those words, while reading
Very
out your
true.
heart, you should not be
Yes.
thinking about money, the incentives, the finances. Not like that. It is a
So,
consequential result that will happen. But the magnitude of your thoughts, it must be very, very perseverant. You must be dovetailed in your approaches. That is what I can say. And as far as other things are concerned, life is an adventure, not a financial one, but a beautiful one. And we are turning
can I
life
ask
into
you
only
one?
financial adventures.
I just
Yeah.
want to ask you one thing. You are very young at this early young age. You are into like you're studying, you're doing other things also. But how come, who inspire you to be into spirituality or other things and writing, philosophy, so many things you are doing in this young age?
It is a very magnificent question. I do not know why I write. I do not know how many things I'm doing at once. I just do not know. Things keep happening, and I be with the ebb and flow of life. I do not even remember the actual day when I started writing or thinking about philosophy. Perhaps I have been thinking about philosophy since my cradle days, since I was born. I was born with philosophy in my heart. I later knew that this is called philosophy, this is called metaphysics, this is called this is called that. The terminologies I was not knowing earlier. I was only knowing the emotions. I was studying myself. I was investigating life, trying to understand the very mannerism of people, how they work, why they live, why they die, how they come, where they go, something like this. Why the flowers blossom, why the sun shines, why it is day, why it is night, why it is life, why it is death. There are many things. I wanted to explore and inquire into the very phenomenon of life. Absolutely.
Yeah, very true. But
Absolutely.
if but if you want to give any one advice to people who is listening to you right now, ki matlab uh, how should they can see their life? मतलब कैसा होता है कि people think कि whether they are spiritual or whether they are not spiritual, or there are certain myths which people tells,
How
if
can
you are
you
not
not be a
doing.
spiritual?
No,
How can you not be a spiritual?
yeah, that's what I'm coming to, because there are people who
No, the
says if you're
question
not.
is itself flawed. The question is flawed. You can only be a spiritual. Materialism is only an addition. You try to substitute philosophy or spirituality with materialism. It is a vague endeavor.
Yeah, it was very interesting to know about yourself. And if you want to give any advice or any message to the people who is listening now, how we can incorporate these things in our day to day regular life.
You cannot incorporate, you cannot just try to manifest these things. You cannot try. Once you try, you fail.
Hmm.
Trials are failures.
Right.
The very moment you start trying for something, striving for something, you start the very process of failure. You are a
Hmm.
failure because you are trying. When you try to defeat somebody, it means you are defeated from inside.
Okay.
If you are victorious, if you are valorous, you need not defeat anybody. You are already, you are a winner. You do not need to defeat anybody. You are defeating somebody because you are a failure from inside. You felt that. You are very
Hmm.
sure. It's just that you want to omit this very uncertainty from your mind of being
Hmm.
a failure, being an out and out defeat,
Hmm.
just by proving your victory, just by waging a war and emerging victorious,
Yeah. So we
coming out of
just.
its flying colors. It is something very contradictory to life. Life is an adventure. My message is of peace, of love, of harmony. Have a cup of coffee with even your enemy. And I must jot down one word.
Hmm.
In every enemy, a potential friend. In
Hmm.
every friend, a potential enemy.
Very
Beware
true.
of the enemy in your friends and try to look for signs of friendship in your enemies. It is a bilateral affair of love. It is
Hmm.
total love affair.
Right.
Have love with your enemies as well. Invite them on dinner. Say, as long as we are doing some dinner, forget enmity. Once the dinner
Hmm.
is done, let us fight. The fighting will be impossible.
Hmm.
Once you have kissed somebody, once you have looked into the eyes of somebody with utmost romance, utmost
Hmm.
intensity of love, fighting
Hmm. Hmm.
or waging a war, it
Hmm.
is absolutely impossible.
Right.
I do not say people not to have wars, not to fight a war. You have to fight a war if your people are at risk, if they are vulnerable. You have to fight a war.
Hmm.
You have to fight a war.
Yeah.
In Bhagavad Gita itself, Krishna says,
Hmm.
in Bhagavad Gita itself, Krishna says,
Hmm.
कर्मण्यवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफल हेतुर्भु माते संगोस्त्व कर्मणि. Do not wait for the results. Do not desire for the results. Be in
Hmm.
your work right now, right away. That is it. Do not worry about the consequential results of your actions that you are undertaking right now.
Hmm.
Everything is God's. Bijam mam sarvabhutanam vidhi parth sanatanam. Buddhir buddhi matamasmi tejas tejas vinam aham.
Hmm.
O Arjuna, it is me who is the seedling of the entire cosmos. The whole cosmos has come into being only due to me. All the potential, the valor, the knowledge, the memory, the
Hmm.
bravery, everything that you see in everybody, it is the result of me. I
Right.
am there situated in the heart of everybody. That is why they look valorous, they look powerful, they look
Hmm.
as somebody who has intense memory and flawless intelligence. Their
Yes.
bravery, their beauty, it is due to me,
Hmm.
the originator of the whole cosmic framework of space and time.
Right.
Krishna was a romantic person. He
Hmm.
could see romance even in the very vastness of the cosmos.
Hmm.
It is just us who are just happy being settled down here on Earth itself. Let's look beyond Earth. There are planets I can say for sure. I have witnessed, I have experienced where life is there.
Right.
You do not know, but it is there. You just
Hmm.
take my words very simply, very attentively.
Hmm.
If it is here right now, happening, we are talking,
Hmm.
we are conversing, why can't it happen somewhere else as well? If here, then not, why not there? If
Hmm.
here, right now, in this moment, why not right there in this moment in
Hmm.
a different form? So let us just expand ourselves, the very consciousness of ours, it must
Yes.
expand into something called the evolution of the minds.
Right.
Artificial intelligence is taking over. It is the biggest
Hmm.
disruption 21st century would ever witness. Let us start
Hmm.
spirituality in a new way. Now it is not
Yes.
very ancient. It has become modern.
Hmm.
Scientists, I have heard, scientists are trying to figure out even the realm of spirituality with the help of robots. And let me tell you,
Hmm.
if the robots do it, it will be an absolute blunder.
Hmm.
There are a few things which must be limited to your hearts and minds only, nowhere else. There are a few matters of heart which need no proof or evidences, like that of love. If you find the evidence of love, it is absolutely not available. If you want to find the evidence of myself, my existence, it is absolutely not available. I
Hmm.
am eternity myself. I repeat myself. I am time myself.
Right.
The appearances may change, but the
Hmm.
very emotion, the very melody, it remains. I absolutely love people. I absolutely love people. I can love people who have snatched my pens or cars. It does not matter. I can buy a
Hmm.
new pen, a new car. I can build a new house. But I cannot build their consciousness once again if I fight with them. If they feel
Hmm.
oppressed, if they feel exploited, I will not want that to happen.
Right.
Because it is just material wealth. Just for the sake of material wealth, you should not be fighting. Yeah, if somebody
Yes.
encroaches upon your soul, you must fight. But if
True.
you
Very
have
true.
capacity to build a new empire once again, why be confined to that small petty war? Let us start
Hmm.
something new. Let us invite them over coffee, talk to each other about the past, and build the future anew together.
Hmm.
Let's go to their houses, ask them, if you allow, can I stay overnight? And when the morning comes, I will head to that place. Could you give me a lift?
Hmm.
It is all right. This is love. It is only a matter of moments when we shall depart the next evening, and when we shall depart, we do not know.
Yeah, so
when the departure is not certain.
you are trying, so you are trying to say that we just need to be, just need to be the way we are, the where we are, and just be in this life which is full of adventure and full of
Are you
joy.
even there in this life? To be in life, it requires love,
Hmm.
absolute love.
Hmm.
Whatever you are doing, like I'm saying something, my lips
Hmm.
are in sync.
Hmm.
These two portions of my lips must be in love with each other. My two hands, I'm waving it. They must be in love
Hmm.
with each other. They must be in attunement. If I am seeing you, my eyes must be in attunement with your eyes.
Yeah.
There must
Hmm.
be rivers flowing, the oceans build, and let the melody of the cosmic oceans take over. I still remember one of the verses I had written. Actually, I do not remember the verses of others
Hmm.
because my memory is not that good when it comes to remembering verses of others or any poem that I write or others write. Even if I write something right now, I will forget it the next moment because I live from moment to moment. One moment passes, I just have nothing to do with it. I live the next moment. The next moment I live, I have nothing to do with it. The very
Hmm.
moment I aspire for the next one or venture out into the next one. तलाशे आरज़ू, ये तमन्ना, ये आशिकी, ये चेहरा तुम्हारा, ये छुपाएं कहाँ हम, रफ्तारे रूबरू तुमसे होते हैं पर तुम देखते ही नहीं.
क्या बात है.
Too good.
Very
बहुत
well
संभव
said.
है, बहुत संभव है कि जिसके
Hmm.
पास बैठे हैं, कल हम हो ना हो, वहां हो ना हो, कोई नहीं जानता है. हम नहीं
Hmm.
जानते हैं कल क्या होगा. कल तुम्हारा चेहरा देखने को मिलेगा भी, कल तुम्हारे पास बैठेंगे भी. आज ही बैठे, आज ही जिए, आज ही देख लें. ये
Hmm.
मोहब्बत हो जाने दीजिए, ये दिल लगी हो जाने दीजिए. ये कल शाम हो ना हो कोई जानता नहीं है. ये मैं नहीं जानता, ये आप नहीं जानते हैं, बस हो जाइए. जस्ट बी इन इट.
Yes.
इंतजारो आरजुओ ये हकीकत, ये आंखें तुम्हारी मुझसे पूछती हैं. लब तो टकराए कभी एक बार, ये रूह कहाँ गई. सुबह उस बार ये तलाश कि ए दोस्त, हम तुम में हैं, तुम हम में हो, या है कुछ या कुछ भी नहीं. कुछ है क्या, कुछ हो सकता है क्या. कुछ भी नहीं है.
Hmm.
ना आप हैं ना हम हैं, केवल और केवल अस्तित्व है. जिस दिन आप ये सोच लेते हैं कि आप हैं कोई और है, आप अपने आप और दूसरे को अलग अलग देखने लगते हैं. ये है, वो है, मैं हूं, कुछ भी नहीं है. कुछ भी नहीं है. दे आर जस्ट टाइनी grains of dust in the very platform of this cosmos. एक रेत की कण से ज्यादा कुछ भी नहीं है.
Hmm.
कोई फूंक मारे आप उड़ जाएंगे. आपकी सांसें दूसरों की सांसों पर निर्भर है. अभी मैंने जो सांस छोड़ी, हो सकता है कल आपकी सांस हो जाए, आज हो जाए, अभी हो जाए. आप पेड़ों पर टिके हुए हैं, सारे पेड़ काट दिए जाए, आप कहाँ के नहीं रहेंगे. आप सूरज पर टिके हुए हैं, जब तक रोशनी फेंकता है सूरज, जीवित हैं. ये जब रोशनी फेंकना बंद कर देगा, आप कहाँ गए. आप कहीं तिरोहित हो गए, आप कहाँ चले गए, आप क्या हो गए, कोई जानता है. सबसे कुछ चाहिए, एक भिखमंगे हो गए. प्रेम है नहीं, प्रेम देने निकले हैं. स्वयं का दिया
Hmm.
बुझा हुआ है, दूसरों के दिए को जलाना चाहते हैं. एक डूबा हुआ, एक मुरझाया हुआ जो दिया है, पहले से बुझा हुआ है, दूसरों के दिए को बुझा देगा जो पहले से बुझा हुआ है. हो सकता है कोई जला हुआ हो, उसको भी आप बुझा देंगे. यू विल एक्सटिंग्विश इवन द लिट फ्लेम. You will
Hmm.
extinguish it because you are moving towards something which you do not know what you are going to do. You think you are intellectual, you are spreading intellectualism, you are spreading pseudo intellectualism.
Right.
People learn about words like being positive in every moment. and they say positivity all around. The next moment they hit their houses, they have headache, they are completely disaster.
Very true, very true.
You say positivity is the utmost requirement of time. You are piled up with the arguments, with the presentations, with the meetings every day, and you say optimism is required. No, it is absolute death. There is no space for optimism. There is a space for existence. There is a space for some wired so that you can take out of this life at some juncture in some space so that you just lose what you have. You lose yourself. You want to, you get yourself attached to everything. You have this, you get attached. You have that, you get attached. I have a good pair of socks, I get attached. This attachment is killing me. ये मार देगा आपको, क्योंकि जब आप पकड़ना शुरू कर देते हैं तो आप मरना शुरू कर देते हैं, और जब आप मरना शुरू कर देते हैं तो आप मरते ही रहते हैं हर दिन। धीमी गति से होती हुई मृत्यु है, जीता कोई नहीं, मरते सब हैं। आप किन्हीं की आंखों में देखें, उनसे पूछें वो खुश हैं, बहुत वक्त लग जाएगा, बहुत इंतजार में आप पड़ जाएंगे। ये व्यक्ति कोई बोलता ही नहीं, ये कुछ बोलता ही नहीं। इसे क्या हो गया, ये कौन सी घटना घट गई, ये क्या गड़बड़ हो गया, कहाँ बात बिगड़ गई। मैं इसे पूछता हूँ तुम आनंद में हो, ये आंखें तक नहीं झुकाता, ना उठाता है, ना झुकाता है, ना ऐसे करता है, ना वैसे करता है, ये बस खड़ा है। शायद इससे कोई ये प्रश्न पूछा नहीं, किसी ने पूछा ही नहीं, कोई दिल तक उतरा ही नहीं। हम सबसे पूछते हैं हालचाल, आप कैसे हैं, मैं कैसा हूँ। भीतर ही भीतर कह देना चाहते हैं तुम जाते क्यों नहीं, बहुत देर हो गई, बहुत देर से पूछ रहे हैं, अब तो जाओ, मुझे और भी काम है। अंदर ही अंदर यही बोलते हैं। मैंने सुना है, मैंने देखा है सड़कों पर कभी कभार एक छोटी सी गाड़ी एक छोटी सी गाड़ी को टक्कर मार देती है। छोटी छोटी गाड़ियां हैं, बड़ी गाड़ियां हैं नहीं। इस विशालतम ब्रह्मांड के सामने कुछ भी बड़ा नहीं, सब छोटा है। एक छोटी गाड़ी को टक्कर मार देती है, लोग निकल आते हैं, झगड़ने लगते हैं, इकट्ठा हो जाते हैं। और सारे लोग जो गुजरते थे, जिन्हें कोई काम था, मीटिंग में जाते थे, जो ऑफिस जाते थे, जो स्कूल जाते थे, कहीं भी जाते थे, मरने ही चले जाते थे, वे भी रुक जाते थे। कुछ हो रहा है, जरा सी गुफ्तगू है, इट इज अ बर्निंग सेंसेशन, लेट अस जस्ट एक्सपीरियंस इट। लोग बोलते हैं तुम मत लड़ो, तुम मत लड़ो, दो चार लोग आगे आ जाते हैं, नेतृत्व में लग जाते हैं, कोई नेता बन जाता है, कोई अभिनेता बन जाता है। कहते हैं मत लड़ो मत लड़ो, लड़ना बेकार है। भीतर ही भीतर सोचते हैं और लड़ो, मजा आ रहा है। लड़ाई नहीं होती है, आप खाली हाथ घर वापस जाते हैं। लड़ाई होती है, थोड़ा सा लहू बहता है तो लगता है कुछ हुआ, कुछ देख कर आए हैं, नहीं तो खाली हाथ घर वापस जाएंगे। बातें यही हैं। ये बहुत सामान्य सी बात है। जब आप इतना समझ जाते हैं, धीरे धीरे जीवन के प्रति खुलने लगते हैं, धीरे धीरे पंखुड़ियां खुलती रहती हैं। आप जो भी देखते हैं, बिल्कुल उसी वक्त, उसी क्षण में पूरी श्रद्धा, पूरी निष्ठा, पूरे प्रेम के साथ देखते हैं। और जब देखना शुरू कर देते हैं, इतना काफी है। देखना शुरू कर दीजिए। आप देखते नहीं हैं, आप आंखें बंद करके बैठे हैं और सोचते हैं पूरी दुनिया दिख जाएगी। ऐसा नहीं होगा, आप मर जाएंगे लेकिन दुनिया नहीं दिखेगी। बस ऐसा ही है।
मतलब हमें मतलब खुशी ढूंढनी है तो अपने अंदर ही ढूंढे, मतलब बाहर ढूंढने नहीं निकले।
खुशी ढूंढने की कोई आवश्यकता ही नहीं। खुशी जैसी कोई चीज होती
मतलब
है?
अपने inside,
यदि आप खुश हैं तो दुखी भी हो सकते हैं, यदि आप दुखी हैं तो खुश भी हो सकते हैं। इट इज काइंड ऑफ अ साइक्लिक अफेयर, from one point of time to another point of time, from one point of consciousness to another point of consciousness. Let us just get rid of this consciousness which is fabricated. Let us just enter existence which is eternal.
मतलब
आनंद
बहुत
ढूंढिए
तो खुश
और
रहना
ढूंढिए नहीं,
भी।
आनंद मिल जाएगा।
हाँ, तो इट
आनंद
इज
मिल
इन
जाएगा।
आवर हैंड, हमारे हाथ में ही है। हम जब चाहें खुश रह सकते हैं, तो ये हमारी सोच है जो हमें बदलनी है।
कोई सोच बदलने की जरूरत नहीं है। जो सोच बदलना चाहते हैं वो सोच हो जाएगी, जो लाना चाहते हैं हो जाइए। आप अहिंसा फैलाना चाहते हैं, आप अहिंसक हो जाइए। आप सत्यता
हाँ,
फैलाना
वेरी ट्रू,
चाहते हैं, आप सत्यवान हो जाइए। आप प्रेम बांटना
राइट
चाहते हैं, आप प्रेम बन जाइए।
राइट राइट, वेरी ट्रू। व्हाट यू वांट यू
आप
बिकम।
ईश्वर को पाना चाहते हैं, आप ईश्वर हो जाइए। ईश्वर को पाया नहीं जाता, ईश्वर हुआ जाता है।
वेरी ट्रू।
आप जो करना चाहते हैं वही हो जाइए, मिल जाएगा। मिलने से पहले मिल जाएगा, बहुत पहले, बहुत ज्यादा पहले नहीं। इतना ही है, इससे ज्यादा नहीं है, इससे कम नहीं
तो
है,
ये
इसके
तो
बाद
ये
नहीं
तो
है।
ये चीज हमको अगर चाहिए, मतलब हम लोग ऐसे जो बाहर ढूंढते रहते हैं, या वो हम ही है, मतलब हम, प्यार भी हम है, खुशी भी हम है, हैप्पीनेस भी हम ही है, जो है वो हम ही है। बट ये हम मतलब आप कैसे लोगों को समझाओगे, या फिर आप कैसे ये मैसेज को लोगों के अंदर वो ये चीज को स्प्रेड करोगे?
बैठिए मेरे पास, मेरे आसपास जो शांति है उसे महसूस कीजिए, अनुभव कीजिए। मेरी आंखों में उतरिए, कुछ है। मेरी वाणी में उतरिए, कुछ है जो आपको खींचेगा अपनी ओर। जहां बैठना चाहेंगे थोड़ी देर, थोड़ी थोड़ी देर रोज बैठिए। साल में एक बार भी आना हुआ बहुत है, आ जाइए, बैठिए। धीरे धीरे होने लगेगा। बैठ नहीं सकते हैं तो सुनिए, सुन नहीं सकते हैं तो देखिए, देख भी नहीं सकते हैं तो अनुभव कीजिए, अनुभव भी नहीं कर सकते हैं तो सपने देखिए। इससे ज्यादा मैं क्या कह सकता हूँ?
हम्म।
लेकिन आपके आसपास वो शांति हो जाए, आप वो जागे हुए फिर से बन जाएं, जो आप हैं, जो आपका परम सिद्ध अधिकार है। उस जागे हुए होने के लिए जागरण जरूरी है। जागे हुए लोगों के साथ बैठिए। यू आर द एवरेज ऑफ द फोर पीपल यू सिट विद। मैंने कहीं पढ़ा था, उन 4 सामान्य मनुष्यों के एवरेज हैं आप, जिसके साथ आप बैठते हैं। अगर ये 4 लोग बहुत महान हैं तो आपकी महानता बढ़ेगी। ये 4 लोग सड़े हुए हैं तो आप सड़ जाइएगा। जैसे एक सड़ा हुआ सेब या सड़ा हुआ फल बाकी फलों को भी सड़ा देता है, आप सड़े हुए लोगों के साथ बैठेंगे तो सड़ जाइएगा। और सारे
हम्म।
के सारे लोग ऐसा ही करते हैं, उनके साथ भी बैठ जाते हैं जिनके साथ बैठने की कोई जरूरत नहीं। आप घुटते हैं, मरते हैं, बहुत पीड़ा में जाते हैं, बहुत दुख में जाते हैं, आप उनके साथ बैठते हैं। दुख में जाते हैं, उनके साथ होने के कारण जाते हैं, आप जानते हैं फिर भी बैठते हैं। दिस इज कॉल्ड सैडोमासोचिज्म।